Hello, everyone, and welcome to an NBA All-Star Weekend edition of Pack Sweats Live. I am TJ Lasig, and I am your host here today. We have a very special day planned as we are going to sweat everything to do with the Rising Stars pack drop. I've got two guests along with me today. First, we have my co-host, as always, Mr. Justin Herzig. Justin, how are you doing on this fine Sunday afternoon?
It is fantastic. I've got my four-leaf clover. I've got my horseshoe. I've got my lucky socks. I am ready to get a pack.
Let's go. Yes, we tweeted it out yesterday. It's positive vibes only today. The good karma is what is going to bring the packs. And I'll tell you what, I'm feeling some pretty good karma after that fantastic intro video from the man himself, Mr. Producer Coop, joining us on the stream today. Coop, how's it going?
What is going on? Yeah, I have the non-producer Coop headphones on today. Super pumped to be in front of the camera. Did most of the behind the camera work beforehand. So looking forward to this show. Looking forward to, sweating this pack, figuring out what's going to go on today. It's been a pretty awesome weekend already. And yeah, pumped to share sort of our experiences and see ultimately sweat the chat to see who's out there getting the best number today.
Yeah, it's been a lot going on. Busy weekend at NBA Top Shot. We'll start off by going through some of the past events over the last, say, 48, 72 hours. It's been a lot going on. First and foremost, thanks everyone for joining us here. If you did not see on our Twitter, we will be doing a giveaway later in this show where Justin and I, barring any technical issues, our plan is to open the 2 Seeing Stars packs that we have. Again, dependent on that functionality being available for us. But the idea is that we will open up our packs and then gift one of the moments that we have in that pack to one of the winners of the giveaway. So if you have not yet signed up for that, you can find the tweet on Twitter at OwnTheMomentNFT. Go ahead, retweet that tweet, give us a follow. Also, if you're in the chat right now and you've enjoyed the content that we've been bringing, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps us out a ton. And we're just looking to have a good time here today. So, Justin, I think I'll kick it over to you first. I mean, man, I don't even know where to start. We've got the Seeing Stars pack drops that, 3 different releases of around 60K packs each. We've got the Kevin Durant challenge going on there. We've got the Rising Stars that are going to be released today with the upcoming Zion and Anthony Edwards challenges to go with them. We have eventually Cool Cats 3. My goodness, there's so much going on. What is the number one priority, and where should we begin today's discussion with the people?
And even outside of the game within the game, we have NBA Instagram, putting out to their 54 million followers that they had a live show with, I think it was Halliburton and Josh Hart. The amount of momentum, the amount of engagement, the buy-in between the NBA and Top Shot has been phenomenal. And then from a product, not technical, from a product side, the amount of action we've been seeing, the amount of packs that are putting out there, the challenges are just superb. But I know we're all positive vibes, but we definitely need to at least start with, from a technical standpoint, what we've seen over the past 24, 48 hours. And I know a lot of people really want to get our honest thoughts there. So I'll start off for myself. Obviously, it is challenging to see people getting these packs and then immediately they, see what the lowest price is. They then go a little lower that price to try to sell. Because there's technical glitches, no one's able to actually buy. So it ends up being a kind of distorted market where the true supply is, the supply is true, but the demand is faux because the actual demand is far higher, but people just aren't able to buy these. And that's led to this just this downfall of prices that is artificial. And I know a lot of people get worried. They see their account value going down. But what happens right now with this marketplace, what we're seeing, it's not important for the long term. What we're really happening, and I think we're going to go in a little more of this kind of from a supply and demand economics-ish conversation, but we're in this for the long haul, and everyone should be too. And what we should really be focusing on from a positivity standpoint is where we see the traction and the engagement that's going. We know that, it's difficult from a scale standpoint. We know that it's difficult from the amount of people that are trying to buy these moments. But when we see all of that momentum from an actual outside of Top Shot, but bringing new fans into the game, That is the excitement, because all the moments that are being minted right now, yes, there's a lot of supply. There's these 35,000s out there. And for our 150, 200,000 active users right now, that seems like a ton, but they're building so that they actually have this, ecosystem of moments for when we get to those million, 2 million, 5 million actual engaged users. So accept that, hey, there's challenges now. If you don't get that one moment for $100 that you thought, is a great value or whatever, and you're kind of getting worried about what you have, I've actually stayed away from the marketplace for the past 2 days mostly and just said, like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time trying to dive in. And instead, we're just going to let things happen. It's going to smooth out when we get past these drops. And, the excitement when we're actually going to start opening accounts back up and just allowing people to come through. That's where we're just going to see, from an engagement, from an account value, from everything, just to the moon.
Yeah, I like everything you said right there, because I feel the exact same way. I have not been trying to spend too much in the marketplace. Like, honestly, it's just going to frustrate you, right? You see all these deals, and now you're having this FOMO of like, oh my goodness, I could have bought that Seeing Star for $95 and I didn't get it. Like, this is so unfair, yada, yada, yada. And I totally get that poor experience. But at the same time, like you said, this is going to be great for the long term. On our strategy deep dive show this week, we're going to get more into the numbers there, just keeping it high level and fun for today. But Producer Coop, what has your experience been like the past couple of days? Were you able to get a Seeing Stars pack, and what have you had your eye on in the marketplace?
Yeah, so interestingly enough, and I've said this on the few shows that I've been on out there, I think I was able to get a pack. I think it is the situation where if you are spending time on the site, you have to realize that you're going to experience failed transactions. You're going to struggle to buy moments. But we've seen in our Discord, I know a bunch of my friends did spend some time, did try to buy moments, were eventually successful in some way, shape, or form, but it did take a lot of their time. And typically for someone with my budget, I've been looking for these opportunities where there's an opportunity to kind of just grind it out. In this one in particular, where I was with my budget, where I was with the moments that I held, where I was with Dapper, I wasn't fully prepared to sort of be in a situation to start buying a lot of these moments. So I did try to buy a few. I did get the failed transactions, and then I sort of said, okay, wait, let me reset. Been spending a lot of time with Top Shot. And so I took the last couple of days off, similar to you guys. So typically where I would say that a little bit of the hashtag How Rich crew taking some time off, I think those people that are out there grinding, that were buying some of these moments in the times when the market was open, I think it was good buys. I think there were good buys and good deals to be out there to be had. And congrats to those that were able to snag those up.
Sweat equity, without a doubt. And I took the time to spend it with the family and all. But hey, for those that are willing to put that sweat equity in and hit that submit, hit that buy now button, however many times, and a couple of keys to come through, hey, take advantage of it and teach their own.
Yeah, I know all about the family stuff. Yesterday, my 7-month-old decided to up and crawl for the first time. So it was a big moment for us in this house. My wife and I are not fully baby-proof just yet. So we spent a lot of time figuring that out. So yeah, totally balancing a lot of things. And I think a lot of people on the site, I'm sure, are doing the same. But yeah, the sweat equity is certainly there's something to be said for sweat equity.
Producer Coop, where can the people buy a tokenized video of your son crawling for the first time? Is that out in the marketplace yet? I think that there would be a lot of demand there, man. I got to get myself.
There's a lot of ways to make money in the world today, but I think that one of one will remain in my wife and I's hands.
I love it. No, that's awesome. I was very happy to hear that. Congrats. Lot of good stuff going on here. So we're also going to have some of the other members of the OTM team joining us throughout the stream today. We'll talk a little bit about the challenges that are going on. We're going to talk about the All-Star events today and take a look at some of the Vegas odds and how we think things are going to play out from a basketball standpoint. And of course, hopefully in the next 50 minutes to an hour here, we'll start to see people getting queued up for the Rising Star pack drops. We can take a look a little bit of what we have and what we're looking at in terms of the Rising Stars, because we have some big moments in the mix here. We've got each of them are out of a count of 20, 21, which is appropriate for the year. I can go ahead and pull up some of the key moments here if you give me 1 second. Discord does not like when I copy images. I will open this and then I will go ahead and share this out. Here we go. So 1 second, we can see some of the best moments that are going to be available in these Rising Star packs. So for those of you that did not see, we came out yesterday with a tweet regarding, what we believe to be the expected value of these packs. As always, we got some questions on it, and I'll just say a couple things there, right? Like, first and foremost, the goal of us tweeting that out is not to that we think it's a great thing to buy the pack and then flip it and dump it. Like, we have never once recommended that, nor will we ever. We are believers in the long term here, but we think it's important that people have the information in terms of what is contained in these packs. And as soon as the packs become live, you are able to go in and see all of the range of moments that are available within them. And so what we did was we took a look here at the rising stars that exist. For some of them, we have a bit of a baseline that we can refer to in terms of existing moments for these players in the market. For example, the rookies such as LaMelo, Wiseman, etc. They currently have their rookie moments out there at the 4,000 count. These are coming in at about 50% of that. They will, of course, not have the first moment or first game badges. So we see a slight potential decrease in value there, but also they're going to be twice as rare, and they're going to be rare moments over common moments. So for that reason, the kind of assumption that we're going with is that they're going to sell for more than those current first moments. We don't know that for sure. That's just kind of the estimates we put in. Justin, would you like to touch some more on that?
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, and LaMelo Ball may actually be a highlight and not just a replay. So that's got to be, a nice benefit too, that we may actually see him do something real. But yeah, no, overall, so as you can see, to give a little, peek behind the scenes and that expected value, what we're showing here are the actual Rising Stars, the /2021 that we're going to be seeing for this set. In this pack, you will also receive a Seeing Star, and you will receive 5 common moments. Those calculations were a little easier, as what we did is kind of just took the market price, and I took them from yesterday morning, but because I believe those were a bit more accurate than what we were seeing with the kind of market, scuffle that we saw afterwards. And we still even then took about an 80% deduction from those prices because we expected, as more entered the marketplace, that they would drop a bit. So we're still, staying a bit conservative. For this was challenging because none of these are in the market, so we actually had to take a guess on what we felt were the legitimate prices when the market kind of settles after this drop. And so the way that we kind of did that is first took a look at, for the ones that have other moments out there, what were they going for? Taking a look at, and the thing is, because these are all Rising Stars, meaning the majority of them are pretty young, a lot of them are either rookies this year or were rookies last year. So when you have the cases of DeAndre Hunter, of RJ Barrett, of Tyler Hero, you can't just straight up say, hey, what is their moment from last year and what do we think it'd be this year? Because last year was the rookie, but this year won't be the rookie. And I saw someone in the chat mention like, oh, you have Wiseman over Ja. That seems surprising. And from a pure basketball talent perspective, completely agree. But this is also going to be James Wiseman's rookie moment. It's not his very first one, but it's still going to be a rookie one, and it's going to get that badge, and it's going to be more rare than the previous one. And I think we were seeing Wiseman going for around 1,000, 1,200. So we kind of took about like hey, let's add maybe about a 75% to those moments. And that's what you're also seeing with LaMelo going from his his price is around like the low 3,000s. Here we believe it's 5,000. And then you've got around 4 players, I think it was, where this is their actual complete first moment. So to get those, I had to kind of take sense of a pulse of the market and say, okay, how will people kind of compare these players to others around them, and then obviously giving the benefit that these are their first moment. And I may have been a little conservative. We may have been a little conservative when we came up with those two, because across the board, we wanted to keep that level of conservativity as we make these projections, because there's nothing out there and we don't want to, we're not trying to just create hype here. But overall, we've had some people ask, and we think, it's just kind of interesting. People can definitely disagree with us. This is not an exact science. And yeah, like I see right now, like some of these moments might seem kind of low and stuff. I'd rather it be a little on the low end than the high end, because we understand kind of the hype, the speculation that comes with it. And what was the final? I think we said it was around $1,400 was the EV, maybe 14 and change, something like a 622% ROI. Like, that's tremendous. So yeah, I may have been a little low, and maybe it's even higher. It is what it is, and I'm okay with that.
Or maybe it's a little lower, right? Or maybe it's a little lower.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's not an exact science. I think we're trying to showcase there's a lot of effort and analysis on Justin and TJ's part to go through to make sure our prices are accurate based on what we're seeing, and what assumptions we can make with certain levels of confidence. So I think I've seen a lot of people trying to cherry pick, individual moments and things like that. Yeah, there's absolutely room for conversation when it comes down to numbers that we've placed here.
Yep. And for anyone interested, we Justin and I did a deep dive into all things about expected value in our strategy podcast last week. I think that there was some pretty good info in there. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about the process that goes behind these specific calculations, but even more importantly, the high level concept of expected value and how that can come into our decision making for Top Shot, definitely recommend checking out that show. Sorry, Justin.
Yep. No, that's fine. I was going to mention as well. And then in the OTM Discord, we kind of give a little sneak peek into this and some of the other topics. So we have kind of been able to discuss and answer some actual questions on these. So for people there, obviously, if you've missed that, go back, just scroll up and you can find our conversations there. And I think that's a good way for us to kind of test our thoughts on it, because, hey, if we get have we had those conversations? And I didn't do it in this one because we're wanted to get it out to the market pretty quickly. But potentially in the future, like, hey, if I'm not sure, and maybe TJ doesn't have, TJ and some of the guys at OTM don't have much of a sense either, I've got no problem going to the Discord and just kind of being like, hey, let me get some people's thoughts, especially around like a player, because I think those are the most difficult when it's a moment's first player, because then, yeah, you can check their stats, you can use their draft capital, you can understand if they're in the conversation for any awards, what their minutes are and stuff, but you really miss out on that whole, like, okay, what about the human dynamic of, okay, well, is this player going to be popular? And that's where kind of that Discord has been pretty valuable.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop a link into the chat here. If you're not a member of the Discord today and you are interested in joining, you can go ahead and join our sign-up list. We've got, I think, over 400 members in the Discord now, which we're trying to grow it at a nice, slow, steady pace, but a ton of sharp people, really good people, a lot of good information being exchanged there. And yes, we are active in there and try to be active in there, but a lot of the information comes from the members too. And I think we're really trying to build a nice community there. And yeah, Brian has a question here about the challenges.
Yeah, so I just put this up. This is actually something that we did not really bake in, and maybe we should have. I tried to, and I believe, what is it? It's Zion and someone else.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards and Zion
pretty good rewards.
Right. So very solid challenge rewards there. Maybe we should have built that in. I don't know. And I do believe that there will be additional utility value from those challenge rewards. But like, also I'm curious, like, how quickly will that kind of show up? Because the people who are watching this stream, the people who are in our Discord, the people who are watching our normal content, they know that, not only is there the KD challenge, but there's going to be a LeBron one afterwards with the Seeing Stars. They have a good idea that, like, hey, that Zion and Anthony Edwards are going to be challenge, are going to be challenge rewards for these rising stars. But unless they announce the challenge immediately, I'm not sure how quickly. So I think that's why we didn't want to initially put that value in. But yes, if you do see prices and you like them and they haven't announced the challenge yet, there's probably some level of value. And I think that's what we've been seeing with the Seeing Stars. And when I did spend some time in the marketplace, which was a little about, I guess, yesterday morning, I probably spent an hour when things were actually going through. I was primarily just buying as much of the Seeing Stars that were not in the KD challenge. Because when those values were not that much different than what we were seeing in the KD, the total cost to collect all of them were both around $3,000, $3,200. And I believe that the LeBron challenge itself, that reward is going to go for around $3,000. It felt like almost free money in buying those Seeing Stars. Now, there's a time allocation because that challenge for LeBron probably won't finish for another 40 or 50 days. So, like, it's a little tough to put your capital into moments for that long period of time. But without a doubt, I had confidence that if I could get some values there, even though the prices have dropped right now, now almost impossible to buy them. I was buying them pretty easily, but about a little higher price than now. I still feel confidence that those are going to increase in price long term once the people outside of our hardcore bubble realize that, oh snap, there's going to be a LeBron challenge. I've got to get in on that.
Yeah, and so I'm actually seeing for the first time, I think that this is probably a new update, but the Rising Stars Challenge 1 is actually officially announced here. So the first challenge, Anthony Edwards will be the reward. We've got Hunter Ball. Yeah, you can see all of the different moments here. Looks like there's 9 of them. So 9 moments that will need to be collected in order to get that Anthony Edwards reward. As Justin mentioned, we have the Seeing Stars Challenge for Kevin Durant, which was already announced. So, and both of them appear to be long challenges. So 3 weeks and counting here. So that's another thing that has been interesting for me. Similar to Justin, I definitely have interest in the LeBron side of the Seeing Stars Challenge, but I also think that a lot is still going to happen over the next, say, week, because not only do we have another pack drop today where, yes, we're going to see the Rising Stars come into play, but we're also going to see additional circulation of the Seeing Stars. And then everyone should have received an email over the past 24 hours about the pre-order base set pack drop that is going to be coming out by, I think it was the 14th. So within the next week, those new packs will be coming into the ecosystem. So still plenty more supply to come. For that reason, I think that it's fine to start buying now. Like Justin said, bullish on that long term. I also think that we may still see a little bit of a stagnated market for the next week, but who knows? It's really tough to predict. But yeah, here we go. We got 2 challenges officially up and running, and we're going to have Neil from our head data analyst from the Discord. For anyone that's a member in the Discord, you've seen that he's got a ton of data on the challenges. He's going to be joining us at some time during this stream, and we can kind of give an update on what we've seen so far with the Seeing Stars. And it's so funny, man. Like, no talk of Cool Cats, right? And I think very quickly, Cool Cats is going to become the topic again. So there's a lot going on, and I think now more than ever, there's going to be a little bit of a prioritization discussion in terms of like where you want to focus our efforts. Because it used to just kind of be like, hey, I'm either going for the challenge or I'm not. Because there's really, there's the high end challenges. But for the most part, it was either you're going for the Cool Cats or you're not. You're going for the gift or you're not. Now there's going to be a ton of different challenges to pull from. Curious to see how all of that goes.
Yep. And honestly, I think the reason why we're seeing these prolonged challenges is because they know that they are not increasing new users during this time, and that they want to do that. They want to increase the opportunity for more people. So we are at the All-Star. We understand how much attention, how much news, how much hype it's all getting right now. And so when they've invested so much from, just an overall energy-wise moments and everything to these challenges for, some extremely valuable, high level of interest players, it'd be great. And I think, to be honest, it benefits all of us significantly the longer this goes on, because since we're all in the marketplace now, we're able to get in, buy them, complete the challenge at a cheaper price. And then when you have a wave of new people come in that they missed out on getting the packs, but they still want to complete the challenge, their only method now is going to be going in the marketplace. So either you now have the opportunity, if you want, and you say you don't want to complete the challenge anymore, so you can sell it to these new users for a higher price, or you can just hold on to it, but now you've accomplished it at a significantly cheaper price and a cost than what it's going to look like in the end. So yes, it's a little frustrating to have your kind of capital held up in that time, but I believe that these moments will also significantly appreciate in value through that time period. So if you did want to invest your capital elsewhere and kind of sell those to say, hey, this challenge is fun, but maybe I want to go back into Series 1 or something like that, you can still have that opportunity. And we just, this still gives increased optionality, I would say, and it allows for all those new users to play as well.
And the queues are open, ladies and gentlemen. So now is the time. Go ahead. We've got, wow, that's good. Queues open 33 minutes in advance. I like that. I think that's a really good sign that we're on track here today. So
yeah, love to see that. I think we got a notification too from them an hour before, and then the queue's open now. So love to see that they're moving forward. I know there was a lot of speculation whether the 5 p.m. Eastern time drop would stay 5 p.m. I think we were joking about it pre-stream if it's a favorite to be working at 5 p.m. or if it's a favorite to be postponed. So we'll see where we land there. I saw a couple comments in the chat too around Cool Cats when we brought that up. Man, that was one when I first sort of spent some time in the marketplace and recognized that, just about everyone was trying to buy Seeing Stars, and rightfully so, with some of the prices that were out there. As we started to see people liquidate, I was sitting there as a completionist from Cool Cats 2, but somebody who did not dabble at all in Cool Cats 1. I was starting to evaluate prices of the Cool Cats 1 plus seeing Luca fall pretty far to say, is there an opportunity here to backdoor into the Cool Cats Master Challenge? I made a couple of plays. Obviously, Luca being the cog was pretty expensive, so I haven't quite made that play just yet. Trying to wait and see what happens after this drop. So we'll see what happens. But I think pretty sharp to notice that Cool Cats were on the decline, and this market is certainly chasing the cool shiny toy that's sitting right in front of us a lot of the time. So interesting to note.
I got 3 Lucas, Coop, so we can chat.
Yeah, I loved to see you picking up Lucas, Justin. It was funny. I know you had mentioned also that you weren't too active in the marketplace, but I can tell you there were a few of my good college buddies that were noticing when Own the Moment is in the recent purchases box on the site. So fun to be able to just look and see and use the blockchain to see where people are buying and what they're buying.
It really is true. I mean, like I remember TJ and I when we first started, it was so fun just to kind of either tail from an information wise or tail from an actual buying wise, but just seeing like, you can decide who you think are the sharp accounts and then just start following them. And your tail is maybe you miss out on a couple dollars of value because they're buying just before you. But if you believe that this person is sharp, that they're making their short, medium, long-term plays, and you're willing to kind of just follow along with that, I think there's definitely a cool feature and functionality given the blockchain, given the UI that Top Shot has enabled to be able to kind of just watch and track people.
Yep, completely agree.
Makes sense. All right, yeah. So looking at my screen now, we've got 30 minutes.
I'm going to interrupt you, TJ. Sorry, because I got a text about this too from a friend. So if it says you're ineligible, this is one of 2 reasons. One is you don't have any moments in your account. One of the qualifiers for this drop is that you have to own a moment. The second is if you see it, it's just an error. And then just try refreshing again, log out, log in, whatever you need to do. But I've also heard that people receive this, and then after refreshing, going back in, they were then able to enter the queue. So those are kind of the 2 things. Keep that in mind. Hopefully everyone in here does own a moment in advance, because I think it is too late to get one since the marketplace is closed. And this is a strong effort with minimal cost, since just about everyone should own at least a moment. And that's you either got it from a pack or you bought the marketplace in the past. But just a small effort to eliminate the bots who, if you just run a bunch of bots that have never actually bought anything, that haven't done anything, this is the attempt to kind of keep them out.
Hey, quick question. What does your guys' queue look like? Mine looks different than it typically has looked in the past. I just have like the screen that says you're a real person, not you are a human. Click that, but it's not loading past that. So I was wondering if that was just
I would try to go out and go in, because mine looks like what TJ just showed.
Okay, cool. Yeah, mine's definitely not looking like that for some reason.
Yeah, maybe you need to do something else. We got 28 minutes to figure out, so it's not all good. Yeah, Justin, thanks for providing that info. Yeah, Daz, I'm missing my baseball cap today. I missed the memo. These guys didn't let me know the uniform. Now I just look like a fool, man.
TJ gets one haircut and now he's got to show it off.
I know, right? Although I'm maybe due for another one again. Yeah. So typically what you'll guys see is that once I start to wear my hat, it means that I'm in need of a haircut. It's pretty much a dead giveaway. And it's really going to be a giveaway now that I've told everyone about it. But that's kind of how I operate. And I feel like I'm getting close to being in hat territory again. So maybe the next time we're on stream.
I've needed a haircut. I've needed a haircut for like 2 months, but I've spent all my liquid dollars on moments. So I'm going with the hat approach for now.
Can't afford a haircut. Love it. Love it. Love it. Hey, James, we appreciate you. Or at least I appreciate you. It's a nice haircut. I think that's a sharp take right there.
I think that was one of our trolls, TJ. That's definitely just a troll.
Here's you know what? I'm gonna pretend it wasn't and just use that to make myself happy. Here's a good comment from J Miner. Oh yeah, J Miner, big user in the Discord. What's up, J Miner? We certainly recognize your name. Based on the OTM prediction sheet, the Edwards challenge cost estimate is over 11K. Ay. Interesting. Very interesting.
I'm curious, what is the other one then? Because I did see someone said that LaMelo and Wiseman, or it was LaMelo and someone else, are part of this one. So I'd be curious how much the gap is between the two for the Edwards versus the Zion.
Yeah.
And maybe someone in chat can pull that up. But no, thanks for that, J Miner.
And I know I'm talking to Neil in the background. He's already getting those challenges data-wise up and running. So when he joins us later on today, we'll have a bit more of a view into there as well. All righty. So let's see what.
Yeah. Shout out Waz asking if I'm a real human as well from the chat. I am in fact real, not fake, made up, or a robot.
Waz doesn't watch Producer Coop After Dark. Come on, Waz.
I was gonna say. I mean, look at you see that window outside, Coop? What is that? Is that the sunlight? I don't know what could get you in during sunlight. Freaking vampire over here. For those who don't know.
I think he was joking. Go ahead. Sorry.
For those who don't know, Producer Coop, majority of the time for these streams is kind of behind the scenes, making sure all the magic happens. But once a week, we'll do a show on his own called Producer Coop After Dark. Occasionally, he'll bring on maybe one of us to kind of as a special guest. But it's far more of and I say this with the most endearing tone ever, a more simple man show. Where Coop just kind of talks through where he's like, hey, I accept that I am not the level of hardcore, high volume, high price user that Justin and TJ are, but I still absolutely love this site. And so I want to share my experience for what it's like on my budget to kind of go through. And then he makes this big pitch about how he's not spending that much money. And the next thing I know, he buys a LeBron for 8K. That's now up to like 35K. But that was a shared deal with TJ, and I'm sure TJ pressured him into that, right? But no, it's a fantastic, definitely a more lighthearted, great show that people can kind of watch. And I believe we got a special guest with Bach to kind of talk through some of the NBA stuff with you on this week's edition.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a fun show. Completely agree, and appreciate the words there. I think at the end of the day, the platform is to be explored by people of all ages, of all budget sizes. I think there's just a lot of opportunity to have some fun, and not everyone has to take an individual or a single approach. So my experience is a little bit different than Justin and TJ's, and so wanted to kind of share that within the community. So really just looking to do that. And yes, in fact, my best investment to date is the LeBron. So TJ did give me the necessary bump to make that. And my portfolio and I are quite happy about the purchase there. So
love that. I've seen this question a couple times now. So let's talk about the ideas of opening these packs versus kind of holding them. So I saw Kyle Constantine asked, and I saw someone else. I'll kind of scroll up to give that person some credit too, if I can find it. But I think it was Leland. Yeah, Leland asked it as well. But I think in general, I am not a fan of holding the packs. I think let's start with the pros. The reason why you would want to hold these packs is because you feel that they are going to have more value in the future than they would to you right now. Now, how does that happen? Arnie's going crazy right here. How that happens because maybe we see as time goes on that in the packs, there's still a number one of a strong player. And so people want that. Maybe we see that the prices of the moment start going up. So these packs kind of increase in value as well. But at the end of the day, the only impacts to whether or not the price of the value of these packs go up is based off what's happening with the ecosystem, the marketplace for the moments in there. and then random chance on which moments are actually pulled and which ones aren't, so which ones are still in the packs. Given that, you have a combination of random and marketplace prices. Well, the marketplace prices, if you open it, you still get that same kind of movement of what you have, and then we're just talking random chance. So I'd rather open it up and know what I have and be able to take that increased information and then act upon that. Because if I get, I open these packs and I find a player that I believe is not going to be that great long-term, especially because these are young ones, I want to know that, so now I have the chance to sell it. Or let's say I get an amazing serial number. I get the number 3, number 7 of something that's maybe not a jersey, but it's still a great number. And I want to put that in the marketplace and see, can I sell that for 10, 15x? There are very few buyers who are willing to pay that much. But if I have it in the marketplace, that at least gives me the time to potentially sell it. If it's in the pack, that's now going for however long I hold it for. And if I then want to try to sell it for that 10, 15x, well, I missed out on a whole potential busload of buyers over that time period because I just didn't open it up. So I do understand there are people who haven't opened them, and it's really cool to see that there's some legendary packs from Series 1 that still haven't been opened. But also what's pretty cool is those legendary moments that were opened that, whatever they were, have significant value to.
Yep, I agree there too. I think, and I've gotten the question a lot from friends and stuff too, but I think, that if you want to hold on to the pack because you think it's cool or fun, like go for it. But there's definitely no like dollar amount reason to do so. And so cool. We have a guest waiting in the wings here. Ooh. Justin, sorry, did you have?
Yeah, I was going to say one more thing. Yes, you will see that some, like here, eBay has these, seeing stars for $300. There might be people who are willing to pay more than it's actually worth. But at the end of the day, I feel like I'm maybe just taking advantage of someone and I'm just passing the buck on to someone else. Like, I'm not in this to go try to make a 20% at the expense of someone else because they're overpaying for it. And so I just don't feel great doing that. So that's why I'd rather know what it is. Now, if I'm holding it for 2 years and now it's not me just trying to do a quick flip and sell the packs, and it's more of because you think, hey, the packs are going to appreciate in value, I get that. But what's also going to appreciate is the moments in there too.
Yep. All righty. I'm going to introduce the guest, and then there is one or two other topics to talk on to here. But so we're going to be bringing on another member of the OTM team. He actually joined us on our Thursday night podcast this week with Brian Toporek, talking everything about the NBA and specifically about NBA All-Star Weekend. You heard him reference that he will be joining Producer Coop After Dark this week. He's been very active in the Discord, and we have Mr. John Bachman. John Bach, what's going on, my man? Welcome to the stream.
How's it going, guys? I'm so excited. We're all going to get packs. It's going to be just epic, and we're going to have the best pack opening ever.
It's going to be great.
Positive vibes coming from the Bach.
Love it.
If it wasn't, then this would be kind of a bummer, I think.
Bach, I don't know if it's just me, but you're coming in like a little bit robotic.
Laggy.
Yeah, laggy. I don't know. Maybe you need to. I don't know. Just wanted to call it out, see what you can do there. In the meantime, I've seen some questions in the chat about when the giveaway is going to take place. So I think what we will target is that we do one right before 5 p.m. or maybe just after the pack drops, and then we'll do one at the end of the show. So
I think just after, to make sure that things run smoothly.
Agreed.
With packs and stuff. And then,
we don't want to get distracted that from the real reason that everyone here is to try and make sure that they get their spots in line. So we'll do the first one pretty much immediately after the wait list has been set up and people are feeling good about their or maybe not good about their spots in line. But hey, it is what it is. Like Bach said, we're all going to get packs because we're just going to run super hot today. So wanted to just touch on that. Seeing a lot of chatter about positive vibes in the chat. We love to hear that, right? This is gonna be a fun day, and I'm really happy that the waiting room is already open and that it seems like the past 24, 48 hours of the marketplace being down to me is 1,000% worth it if it leads to a successful and smooth pack drop today. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so not in the tweet that we tweeted, but Justin and TJ gracious enough to give away a moment to collect some pack karma and they thought that they were going to be able to steal all of the pack karma today on stream, and they certainly are not. I am also going to be giving away a moment as well. I did post a tweet in the thread. I don't know if a lot of people saw that. So going to give away a moment in a pretty unique way. So stay tuned and pumped to do it.
Wow, and you're like all the sellers that undercut. You're just undercutting our giveaway. Well
exactly.
TJ and
you guys better give away a nice moment.
We don't know how he's doing it. We don't know what he's doing. We don't know.
I don't even know what he might be giving away the LeBron Kobe for all I know, and I own half of that. We did not agree to that. Okay, guys, don't get too excited. He's not giving away full LeBron Kobe. All right, so Bach, now that we have you on the stream, so for those of you guys that have not met Bach in one of our streams or on the Discord, he is our NBA analyst. We like to talk all things about real life basketball with him. And I thought that a little bit of a fun thing that we could go through is the events that we have coming up, right? So we've got the slam dunk contest, we've got the skills contest, the 3-point contest, and the game itself. So figure we could take a little bit of a look at the Vegas odds for each of these events and just talk through how we see them going down. Is that something that you'd be willing to do, Bach? You kind of have
Absolutely.
To. Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I just went on to Odds Shark here. Are there only 3 people in the dunk contest?
I was gonna say
only 3 this year.
It's gonna happen at halftime of the main game as well, so it's definitely gonna be an abbreviated version. But shout out to Odds Shark, who's been hitting up our Twitter trying to get our thoughts on some of these Top Shot related bets, whether there's gonna be a 250,000 moment, etc. So yeah. Wait, actually, let me pull this up first. This is just super professional Word document. But for those of you that are not aware, this is just the schedule of events for today. So kicks off at 6:30 with the skills challenge and the 3-point contest. The All-Star game itself will start at 8 p.m. And as Justin just said, the slam dunk contest will be happening at halftime of the All-Star game. And of course, not pictured here, the most important is the Rising Stars pack drop, which is going to be in about 15 minutes here. So let's talk through these events. 3-point contest. We've got Steph Curry leading the way as the pretty substantial favorite, and a couple others trailing behind. Bach, any thoughts here on how we see this going down? And who do you think is going to, if you had to place a wager on a 3-point contest, what are these odds that you're liking?
Yeah, I was actually just looking at DraftKings Sportsbook's odds, and I think they're pretty different in terms of LaVine, especially. So if you like LaVine, I would check out DraftKings. You can probably get a little bit better odds here. I personally obviously Steph's the favorite for a reason. But if I was going to pick someone who wasn't Steph, I think I'd go with Donovan Mitchell. He feels to me like a guy who's just going to get into a really good rhythm with a 3-point contest. He's kind of a rhythm player in general. And I could see him getting a little bit hot and really just blowing up the scoreboard on one of those rounds and making it. So if I had to bet against Steph, which I wouldn't recommend doing, but if I had to, I think Mitchell would be the guy I'd chase.
I'm almost surprised Steph isn't like an odds-on favorite, better than even money against this group. Like when I think of LaVine, Conley, and these other 3, you don't think of spot up 3-point shooters. You think of definitely gets points in games and stuff and high scores, but not from just a spot up, outside shooter. You got a couple ball handlers, you got some inside the paint guys. It's going to be interesting if any of those, can take down Steph.
Yeah, if you had Dame and Booker in there, then maybe you've got kind of these odds for Steph make sense. But I agree with you. I think it's longer than it should be there.
Yeah, I'm such a chalk donkey. I would definitely, if I was betting this, which I'm not for the record, so this is not betting advice, but I would just fire Steph probably. I just can't help myself. It just
plus 145
seems like a good one.
Right.
All right. So we had the 3-point contest. Then we got the skills challenge. So I guess first, Bach, for anyone that's not super up to speed with what the skills challenge is, not saying that I'm one of those people, but if somebody wasn't really sure what the skills challenge means, how would you describe it to them?
Yeah. So I think, there's a little bit of actual shooting and layups, but it's a timed contest and the players go through and have to, dribble. They have to pass through kind of small targets, not basketball hoops, but, think of the things that quarterbacks throw footballs at. and do a little bit of weaving around obstacles. So not a surprise to see either ball handlers here or big men who are kind of better passers. I'm really surprised to see Julius Randle as the biggest long shot here. And I always kind of love big guys who can pass. So him and Sabonis are intriguing to me. But Randle at double Sabonis and 4x Luka seems that's where I would be betting at it if I was betting at it.
Like it. Cooper, Justin, any thoughts on any of these guys?
And so Luka did participate in this last year. I know Chris Paul has done them in the past. I wonder if any of the other four have done this before. And so you've got to give definitely Luka and Chris a little leg up just from an experience-wise. But yeah, the big men in this are always the kind of shockers. Like I remember, I wish Jokic was in this. Like that would just be such a fantastic and just showcasing his skill set perfectly for this. I do like Vukovic though, and think that there's some decent value there as well.
Yeah. You think about the Jokic like cosmic behind the back moment.
It's everything you need.
Perfect for the skills challenge. That's exactly right.
I agree. I would love to. I wish Jokic was in here. All right. So
I see Oddshark also picked my guy here. They also like Julius.
Yeah, we should mention this. I say we should have mentioned this, but we should have mentioned this because I didn't know that. But Luke and CP3 apparently have a first round bye. So if that is the case, which I believe, Byron, now I'm far more likely to take. I would take Chris Paul because if you're getting that additional, having to skip that first round, now those odds don't seem as bad. And Chris Paul's skill set, like I could see him having the motivation. He's a very competitive, whether it's in bowling or basketball or anything. So yeah, that's my boy.
Wait, how do you know that Chris Paul's competitive in bowling? You can't just like drop that. Like you guys bowl together? What's the deal?
Yeah. So I helped him run a charity. I helped him run a charity event in Winston-Salem. So in my college days, I worked for a sports agency, and that sports agency represented bowlers such as Norm Duke, Jason Belmonte, and a bunch of others. And Chris Paul has always been a big bowler, and in Winston-Salem, where Wake Forest is, he would run a charity event. It's Orleans, I think, after Katrina and such. And so yeah, we helped him, and so LeBron was there, D Wade, Rudy Gay. It was a really cool event.
That's awesome. Who's a better bowler, you or Chris Paul?
Chris Paul's good. He's very good.
I bowled with you. I know you're a pretty good bowler.
I think I averaged like 180 or so, but Chris Paul's very good. He's not, and I'm blanking right now, but not Mookie Betts good. Mookie from like a sports star crossover, like Mookie Betts is probably one of the best bowlers. Has had multiple perfect games. Had a perfect game in like an amateur competition. So that's got to be the high point. But you get a lot of these basketball guys that take bowling seriously.
Yeah. All right. Still seeing questions in the chat about the giveaways. We have not done the giveaway yet. We are not going to do the first one until after we have wait lists open. So we've got 9 minutes left in the counter here. As soon as we feel good about the weight room, everyone has their position in line, then we will start with the first giveaway. So just wanted to get that message across. Now let's talk about the dunk contest, and then we can talk about, like who's going to win the game, MVP, that kind of thing. And then that should lead us right into the sweat itself when we all find out whether or not we have a chance at getting the rare pack. So only 3 people participating in the dunk contest. Pretty close to a pick 'em in terms of the odds. No severe favorite here. Bach, any takes on which of these 3 you think are going to blow everyone away with their amazing dunks?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fun group in general, in part because there are no superstars, right? Or even really household names. Obi Toppin was a first-round pick this year. Anthony Simons has been playing off the bench for Portland for a couple of years, and Cassius Stanley's not really playing at all. So it's fun in that regard. I mean, I like Stanley. I'm pretty confident that he set the combine record for a vertical. If not, it was like 44 inches, which is something absurd. And I think guys like that are both have an advantage because they can fly and because people like smaller dudes who can fly like that. So I like Stanley. I also think it's kind of a cool opportunity for him to make his name on a national stage for a guy who otherwise a lot of people haven't heard of.
We can ask Bach, who's the shortest of the three? Obi's 6'9".
Yeah, I think that Stanley is, but I'm not certain of that off the top.
Stanley is 6'5".
It's crazy when the short guys just have the freaking elevator rabbits in their shoes that they can just get up as high as they can.
Right.
Like as an older school, I haven't watched a ton of the All-Star games that have been, recently, but I mean, you used to see YouTube clips of like Nate Robinson and some of those guys that can just absolutely jump out of the building. It's crazy to watch that.
Oh, when Nate Robinson with the All-Star dunk contest was amazing. You just see little guy flying around. And so it turns out Anthony Simons is actually the shortest at 6'4". Now his hair makes him look a little taller, but
it should be a fun one. And all right, the main event itself, right? We've got the actual game. So I think, what did I say? Team LeBron's a slight favorite. I mean, basically from what I saw, Team LeBron is a lot of the best players, and then Team Durant is a lot of pure scorers, which should, I think, be an interesting matchup. Obviously, motivation factor is always a key thing in an all-star game in terms of how much effort people are going to give and how kind of real basketball they're going to play versus just messing around. But I don't know, Bach, you have a thought on how this game may play out in terms of the two different teams and their makeups?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was interesting. Brian brought up a really good point on our show with him on Thursday about how the kind of charity donations for each quarter has dramatically increased the competitiveness of the All-Star game. And I think that's great for us as fans. You remember back when Kobe, RIP, was in it, and him like actually playing defense for the last couple of minutes and going after guys was a lot of fun. I think, LeBron talked about he wanted to complement himself in the team he picked with like really good shooters and a bunch of guys who can pass. And you look at that team and they're just going to be throwing the ball around all over the place. And so for that reason, if I had to pick kind of a long shot MVP, I think I'd go Devin Booker. LeBron talked about how he was kind of disrespected, not getting the initial selection. He was a replacement. And then, Booker is on that team and is a guy who's going to put the ball in the hoop for them. So I like that. I like Booker as a long shot.
Yep. So there's the teams here, and then here's the MVP odds.
We're gonna have to pause there. I'm pretty sure Mike Conley was subbed in for Booker.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah, I wanted Booker.
But other than that, the thought process is great, and I love the idea of an MVP on LeBron's team being the winner, because LeBron's at his point in his age where I don't think he wants to be the one just kind of looking like the selfish, putting up the points. But I could see him just being dishing nonstop, just making all the assists and giving someone on his team that spotlight. And I think also, if I was making a bet on this, I would take Durant's team with a plus 145. I think we've seen a lot of these games really come down to the wire. And there's just an inclination that, if one team is up, then maybe they're going to like take it off, easy a little, sit some of their stars. I think we're likely to see this game, be pretty close to the final minute or two. So if you're getting down to that, just give me the extra, plus 145 and the underdog.
Yeah, I'm pumped to see Dame. I think Brian made a mention that, from a scoring perspective, Dame on LeBron's team, probably the most pure scorer. It's funny when I had 0 Dame in my portfolio until before that show. I picked up just a common, and then ultimately he said that. So I'm pumped to just see what happens with Dame and if he's the one out there kind of putting the ball in the hoop from the LeBron side, because otherwise they may just pass the ball around. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, seen some Dame love in the chat as well from a couple of folks. Quite a few people said Dame. I like that pick. I think it similar to that Booker thought process, right? I agree. I know that LeBron's the favorite here, but I don't even know if he wants to win the MVP. I don't think he doesn't need to do that. He'd rather someone else on his team win. And I don't see him trying to score a ton. Maybe if he can make a cool dunk every once in a while or something. But I think he's mostly going to be dishing it, like we said. And that covers everything about the events to take place today. Any final
coming
comment,
up on
guys?
3 minutes? Coming up on 3 minutes.
Exactly.
I'm ready. 3
3 minutes.
All right, let's take some
TikTok.
Let's take some guesses. I haven't seen, and maybe they've been flipping through it, but I haven't seen a list of how many people are currently lined up. Maybe that won't start actually until the queue starts. No, it's usually beforehand. But any guesses for how many people, in the chat? What's the highest number we kind of see of in line? Bach, I'll flip to you first as our guest.
Oh man. Well, I think I'm going to say about 190,000.
Okay, Coop.
Yeah, we said this morning around 200. I got 220K coming in, 220 for me.
Tej?
I'm a little torn. I can't wrap my head around how much this need to own a moment is going to impact people, but I still think we're going to get a ton. I'm thinking 210K, just over 200.
200. Yep, I think that's not bad either. And so I tweeted, I put it as a response, but Flow Blockchain on their Twitter account tweeted yesterday some numbers with regards to that. There were 266K active users yesterday, so logged in, and then 122K made a transaction yesterday. I do still think we're going to see more than 200. I think you also need to take into account that there are people who may get in line that don't actually qualify. And so that probably inflates the number as well. But I'll just go with 205K. We're all right in that number. We've got 195 to 220. Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if it's in that range.
Yep. We will find out soon, I think, or I don't know. We'll at least see what people are coming in with. And I'm sure after the fact, we'll eventually get a number on how many people are in line. If you guys are watching the show and you have enjoyed things so far, please go ahead, hit that thumbs up button. Do it now before you're all mad that you don't get a rare pack. Now you're feeling good. Now you're feeling like you've got some life. About 85 or 90% of us are going to have our dreams crushed shortly, but hopefully that all the people that are on the stream right now, we just run way above expectations and 50% of the people in this chat get a rare pack. It's going to be exciting. I am anxiously watching these seconds tick down, wondering, and everyone will see live with me what I have, because I'm just going to keep my screen up and we'll see.
Hey, if we're going by math, if we say there's 200,000 people in line with the four of us, that then becomes a 46% chance that we do not get one, which means 54, which means we are better than half chance that one of the four of us on the stream get a pack.
Let's go.
Oh, buddy. Let's see it. TJ, I want yours to pop up right away. Give them top 1,000, top 10,000, top 35,000. Let's see.
Come on.
The suspense. This is
the worst part and the best part.
This is the best part for sure.
The real-time sweats. And I wonder, is the person who gets number 500, are they going to see it before the person who gets 100,000?
Good question.
If yours shows up and mine doesn't, am I in trouble? Am I concerned?
We got Neil joining us as well too. Neil, what's going on?
Oh, party! Now we're way above 50%. Love it.
Yeah, so I was we might as well increase our odds here by adding another to the crew here. All right.
And I think
I missed.
You missed?
I didn't get it. 100,000.
Right.
Okay, maybe they're going backwards then.
68,000 for me.
54.
140,000 for me.
Oh. Neil?
74,000. 74,000.
Over.
Oh
no.
What's the biggest number we have in chat?
175, I'm seeing.
All right, I'm going to leave line because I'm 140,000, and then I'm going to enter back in. I'm double checking. I'm not 14,000. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's 6 digits. Okay, I'm definitely 140,000. Yep, I'm leaving the queue.
I see the question, is 45K enough? I mean, I think it's worth waiting. With the price of this,
I'm waiting on my 54K, even though I know there's no chance. I'm
Yeah,
What if
man,
20K people mess up?
I think
that's the price
45
for it.
is. Yeah, I think 45 is not likely, but definitely worth waiting.
All right, we got some people in it. Wait, someone got 812. Whew.
Nice.
Steve, congrats to Steve. 812.
Love that.
That's good. We got someone else with 17,500. 18 Snowy. Congrats. Another one. All right. I mean, we've definitely got some winners in the chat for sure.
Good.
I haven't seen a 200K number yet. I got a lot of texts as well coming in. I haven't seen a 200K number yet.
I'm trying to join back in. Let's see. It's stopping me at the robot for now and kind of just paused. Yeah. Okay. I'm now in line and all right. I'm at 169 right now.
Wow.
So looks to be about that much. So we were a little over, and sounds like a decent amount of those people just don't own, so we probably got rid of some bots. We probably got rid of some people who just don't own a moment, and this was going to be their first time. Probably lost some people who didn't know you had to own a moment. Which also means the fact that none of us got it even more rare. Let me pull some math real quick and see.
Is there a way we can get Steve here onto the stream at some point to open his pack? There probably is, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, Steve. Let's Steve, why don't you DM us on Twitter and we'll figure something out. We'll get you on the stream to open your pack at some point.
I know at one point when we were just kind of having internal conversations, I think right after the initial legendary, the $999 legendary pack drop, we TJ and I think Justin as well, had projected that these rare pack drops would be some of the best sweats that you can have, because I think it's a great price point. I think there's probably a lot of people out there that are like, okay, I can afford to pay $100 or $200, but $1,000 is something completely different. I'm in a group of people where we're trying to split things. And so this rare pack drop, I think, is just going to be a phenomenal sweat when we kind of take this product going forward.
For sure. All righty. Well, hey, I think we should do a contest. Let's open up one of these packs and give something away here. You want to do yours first, Justin?
Yeah, I'll do it because I'm no longer even in line anymore, so no concerns there. Okay.
And then how do you have a method for how we're going to select the winner as well, Justin?
I do not.
Okay.
Should we do that first? We should probably do that first.
I can ping you this in the background.
Yeah, let me. Okay. All right, I stopped sharing my screen if you just want to take over from there.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll...
Did you get the wheel going or no?
We did not get the wheel going, unfortunately. But we have this other one that we used once before that is a little bit more seamless. We're trying to figure out an easier way to get the wheel in the future. Wow, we had 331 people tweet this. So thanks to everyone that participated. How this is going to work: we'll pick a name. Justin will then open his Seeing Stars pack. If you are selected as the winner, you will have to DM us at Own the Moment NFT on Twitter. We are having this giveaway be exclusive to the folks that took time to sit on this stream with us today. And then Justin will open up his pack and he will select one of the moments from his pack to gift away, depending on what happens there.
Yep. And if we pick you and you're in chat, let us know. We will use the Twitter DM to actually verify it. And I can't wait to see how many fake Twitter accounts try to trick Coop again and fail. Because Detective Coop is on the scene, and we're gonna publicly shame you if you try.
That's a great point. So if this comes up and you are not the winner, do not try to act like you're the winner. We're gonna figure it out. Okay, we're gonna find out that it wasn't you, and that's that. And you probably won't win any more contests in the future. So, all right, I'm just gonna click the button here, and a winner is gonna pop up, and that winner is then going to DM us on Twitter, and then we'll open up Justin's pack. So here we go. 1, 2, 3.
H4M4.
Wow.
Ham and eggs.
Ham and
wow,
eggs.
we got a Dr.
Eggs.
Seuss fan.
This person is ready for
Little
Dr.
Dr.
Seuss.
Seuss.
There you
Wow.
go.
This person is ready for Dr. Seuss to hit the Dapper team. Ham and eggs. Creative way of spelling it out for sure. Go ahead and reach out to us on Twitter. Slide into those DMs. Human eggs. Oh, that's a funny name. All right, Justin, let's kick it back to you so we can open up this pack. Congrats.
I'm trying to think.
to
Should we
Ham
do
and
a
Eggs.
backup? Do you want to have a backup person just in case this person doesn't?
We'll figure
Or
it
do
out
we pull that?
afterwards.
We'll pull that later.
We'll figure it out after. We'll
Okay.
we'll figure it out after. That way we don't ruin
It for the next one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. We are hoping that the packs will open. We're going Seeing Stars.
I think they will.
The suspense that we have had.
You got the volume queued up, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Volume is on. The restraint from not opening these. Waiting for this moment. Let's see. Hopefully we get some. You guys hear that?
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Ooh. Oh, this is some new music. Bachman, 1, 2, or 3. The lucky man, the one who pulled the ridiculous stuff in our recent stream.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with 3.
Oh, these beats are pumping. Got a dunk. Got Kyle Anderson.
Kyle Anderson.
I love slow mo. He's so much fun.
I like it.
$12 value.
Okay. 1 or 2, Neil, what do you got for me?
Let's go with 1.
Okay. Ooh, a low cereal.
Joel.
Ooh,
Wow.
There you go.
okay, there's the Seeing Star.
Seeing Star Joel. Unfortunately, not going to be playing today.
Hey, another barber, right? Another contact with a barber with COVID. And our final one. Let's see what we finish with. Oh, it's a Van Vliet.
Fred Van Vliet.
Club Top Shot would be proud. All right, Ham and Eggs, if you're still on, I'm going to let you choose between Fred and our other slow-mo Kyle Anderson. Your choice, whichever you want, is yours. And congratulations. I was hoping that we could have got something a little better from you. I'm going to have to hold on to the Embiid to complete one of those. I think Embiid is in the KD challenge off the top of my head. But, okay. Not the most play, but hey. So we got the Embiid. We got some packs. And congrats to Ham and Eggs. Send us a DM. Let us know what you want. And we'll move from there. If they don't, then we'll pull again later on in the show.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Ham and Eggs just yet, so we'll let a little time go by. I know a lot of people trying to get a pack, so a lot of things going on. So, but yeah, have not heard from that person just yet.
All right, we'll give Ham and Eggs some time. This next person that we pull will be for my pack. So let me go ahead, and we'll do the same thing here. We're going to find out who the next eligible person is, and the winner of this one is going to be JSK RRT. J-Skirt. J-Skirt. All right, J-Skirt, why don't you come through, hit us up in the DMs, and we will organize your pack, and I will go ahead, and I'm going to open up mine. 1 second.
Okay, yep, take your time.
Got to make sure that I have.
Looks like we got J-Skirt in the chat as well.
There we go. I like it. Welcome.
All right.
And so we're gonna do that now, or do we? I know we got some. Okay, and we'll do some Neil time with some of the challenge data that he's been pulling a little later. Or?
Oh yeah, true. Let's
do that first. We know
right.
J-Skirt's here. J-Skirt, we know you win. But let's talk through some of the
Make you sweat it out,
got some great
J-Skirt.
stuff. Yeah.
And we have Producer Coop's giveaway still.
Oh yeah. Also, Producer Coop is taking After Dark a little too literally. I don't know if you got the
Turning the lights
time going on, setting the mood.
You know that the room has gotten a little more dim here. So if I need to flick a light on, I can. But I'm gonna let the mood set in for now.
J Skirt, if you can DM us the Twitter account that you retweeted, so Own the Moment NFT, just send a tweet from your account just so we can verify that it is actually you, and then just kind of hang out for a bit, and we're going to get you one of those moments from Tej's Seeing Stars pack.
Good deal. All right. So yeah, we got Neil joining us on the stream here. For those of you guys in the Discord, seen that Neil is our challenge guru, has all the data when it comes to the challenges. So we just wanted to run quickly through some of that we have going on here, and then we will finish up with the pack opening for J Skirt, and then producer Coop's mystery giveaway that I still do not know what it entails or how I can enter the giveaway. But hey, let's we'll see what it is. So Neil, let's kick it over to you, my friend. I think you have some stuff to share with us.
Yep. All right, let's throw it up here. So yeah, looking at the Seeing Stars stuff over the last couple of days, I was definitely hot on this. I've collected all 24 actually already. Definitely overpaid for them, unfortunately, because I figured you get in at the beginning, you can't go wrong. But apparently, with the undercutting, it was pretty wild to see what was going on, and you could see. So these times, unfortunately, they're in London time, so you gotta have to subtract 5 hours. But you could see right when the pack dropped, obviously the prices tanked. You had the ridiculous low floors. And then I think once the first bit of supply was getting eaten up, that's when the prices started going up. That's what you saw last night, like around midnight, everybody picking up their first batch. And then obviously the second pack drops, the supply is crazy high now. And everybody's just trying to dump their moments onto the market and took the prices way down. I think the lowest point was, I think it dove under 2,000. I don't know if you could actually pick it up for 2,000 just because purchases were nearly impossible to go through. And then you can see, obviously, the straight line here is just the maintenance that's been going on. But I also have here the lowest listed prices, and this is the KD challenge, by the way. I have the low listed prices here just because I was curious what they're currently listed at, and they're absurdly low. Is it still? It's still in maintenance, right? So nothing's going on right now. So curious to see how quickly these rise, or if people continue to undercut. I know more Seeing Stars are on the way in the Rising Stars packs, so we'll see. The supply will finally be all out there, so that'll be interesting to see out there. But yeah, notice the percentage changes here. Insane dips so far. You could get it super cheap if you're trying to grind the submit button. I chose to go at a less popular time and did get my transaction to go through, but I paid too much. And then looking at the next challenge, the LeBron, same exact pattern going on. I started the data a little bit later on the LeBron challenge, but yeah, went over 4,000 and then has since come all the way back down to under 2,500. Again, I think we'll see those numbers go up once the Rising Stars packs are out on the market and we finally have all 10,000 or most of the 10,000 of each of the Seeing Stars circulating. And I think I checked, each one has about 2,700 left to be released. So about 27% of the supply still needs to hit the market. But then what everybody's curious to see is how does the completion look so far for both the KD and the LeBron? So KD, Seeing Stars 1, that's in blue, and the orange is the LeBron challenge. You can see it's pretty even of what's going on. It seems like people that are going for all 12 are probably going for all 12 in both of them. But you can see that the people going for the LeBron challenge, I think they'd be a little more patient just because the challenge is not yet announced. So they're looking for the better prices. But yeah, you can already see 367 have all 12 for KD, 252 have all 12 for LeBron. I haven't run the numbers yet for out of 24, but I'm pretty sure that like close to those 250 would have all 24 as well. So I'll be running those numbers and sharing with the Discord tonight on all 24. But yeah, people really jumping at the gun to come get these. Probably similar ideas that I had, and just you're going to get the best prices at the pack drops. But with 3 pack drops, I think things went a little bit differently just because of the price fluctuations between each of the drops.
And first off, this is fantastic information. Obviously, it's so helpful for people who are interested in kind of collecting this kind of context is very valuable. if you go back to, let's say, either LeBron or KD, but one of the other two,
Sure.
wanted to give some little what our thoughts are in front of these prices should be. So from taking a look at the rewards of KD and LeBron, expecting there to be around 60 to 70% of completion rate. So that means you'll end up having around 7,000 of the KD LeBron. We're thinking that that KD might be worth around 2,000 and LeBron around 3,000. And so if we assume that that's kind of the market value for those, assuming that many that complete it, I think the total cost to complete these is going to be a bit higher than that. So maybe you see the cost for the KD one. Which one is this? We're at KD.
This is
right
LeBron.
now.
C-Stars
Okay,
2.
LeBron. Okay.
Let's go to the KD one, because a question from I am Josh here is, how do we know the LeBron challenge? So I guess we should state. So right now there are 24 Seeing Stars moments. 12 of them have been announced as being a part of the Kevin Durant challenge, where Kevin Durant will be the reward. We know that there is a LeBron Seeing Star that we speculate will be part of a future reward challenge. Our speculation is that it's just going to be the other 12 Seeing Stars will be in the challenge to get LeBron, but we do not 100% know that for a fact. So it's just speculation based on how other challenges have been run in the past. So that is, we feel pretty good about it. And we haven't seen anything crazy with other challenges in the past. It's always been pretty consistent that way. I know that some people have said, like, well, what if Kevin Durant is needed for the LeBron challenge? That would be a first. That would be a first. Sure, it's possible, but there's no precedent for that being the case.
It's either a master challenge, as you need them all, but we've only ever seen that with twice, and one being the Cool Cats. And I think that's why people were talking about it, because they're like, oh, well, it's the case of the Cool Cats. But for the most part, you just have different challenges. And that's what we're predicting. And so assuming that, that assumption is correct, as I said, I think the value of the KD is going to be around 2,000, LeBron 3,000. And so I think the cost to acquire all these will be significantly higher than what we're seeing right now. So from a strategy-wise, if you think you can acquire them for anywhere near that price, for the KD, I'd say anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000, and for the LeBron, anywhere between 3,000 and 4,500, I think it's definitely worth it. Because if you're getting a free $3,000 moment and you're getting to keep or do whatever you want with those 12 afterwards, you're getting significant value. And that's why these current prices are, I don't want to say shocking, because the reason why they are priced as they are is because just the lack, the supply demand situation of everyone's able to post them, but no one's able to buy them. So the true demand isn't really able to get that. But I think we're going to see these leveling off, significantly higher than what we see right now. So if you can get in for the KDs at under 3, you're doing fantastic. If you can get in for the LeBrons at under 4, you're also doing fantastic.
Yeah. And there's going to be, like we said, these are, the Kevin Durant is 3 weeks still to go. So there's a long time for this to come to realization. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes as more people, get the packs today, as more people get the common packs that are upcoming, and as more people maybe learn about the challenges, right? Keep that in mind. There's been a lot of new users. Some people still might not be even really familiar with the concept of the challenges. I know that I have that issue sometime, and probably a lot of the folks that are on this, right? We're in our little bubble where we know everything that's going on with Top Shot, and we know that there's a Kevin Durant challenge, and we know that there's likely to be a LeBron challenge. But we got to keep in mind that of the 200,000 plus users here, 200, they probably all do not know this much.
Yeah, and Brilliant Green asked a good question. These are kind of what we used as some comparisons as well. The LeBron also has a 7,500. I think it's going for 1,500. I do believe that these will be substantially more valuable than those common 7,500. I believe that you're going to see a fewer less actual out there. So I think it's between 60 and 70%, so 6,000 and 7,000. These also will be considered, they're going to have the branding of the Seeing Stars, which kind of is an added cool element compared to the commons. And there's been, potentially that they're going to have a Master Challenge reward or badge that we'd see in the future as well. And then the additional equity of just the challenges, rewards, because of the effort that goes into it, they're usually a bit more valuable. So that's why, hey, if you had the $1,500 LeBron / 7,500, I think a $3,000 LeBron / 6,500, 7,000 with all those other elements is probably a fair comparison. And then KD, you can do similar analysis there.
Yep. Makes sense. And we'll be continuing to provide more context on these challenges. We mentioned that we'll have the Rising Stars Challenge. That seems like it's going to be an expensive one. I know that Neil's going to be taking a look at those, and we'll continue to provide that info in the Discord, on Twitter when applicable. And any final thoughts on the challenges, Neil, and what we're seeing here, or have we covered it all?
I've seen a couple people ask how many people we think will finish the challenges, but at this early stage, I think it's way too early to tell. You still have some of the supplies not even released yet, so I think people are still waiting it out, see what happens post-pack drops, to see what the prices do. So we'll see. We'll have to observe the trends as it goes. No predictions at this point.
Yeah, we know the max is 10K, right? And
right.
And if you look at what we've seen, I mean, Luka, we had 3,500 out of 5,000. So that's around that 70-some%. For the AD, we had 77, just over 7,000 out of 10,000. Again, 70%. So I think it's fair to assume that we're going to continue to stay at this range of something around 70% are completing these cheaper challenges.
Good point.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you, sir. Good walk through there. Lot of great information when it comes to the challenges. Not only what we have there, but as we get closer to the ending, Neil has data not just on how many people have completed the challenges, but for the people that are maybe 1 or 2 moments away from completing, what specific moments as a part of the challenge do they need? That has been particularly helpful in some of the like legendary and rare challenges where there's a tighter player pool, because it just kind of goes to show the scarcity of some of the different moments. So ton to learn from the past challenges as well. And that's something that we're going to continue to invest heavily in, and making sure that we provide as much info on the challenges as we can. Alrighty. Should I open my pack, or what are we thinking here, gentlemen?
Yeah, let's do it. I know, Steve, we were trying to have you on the stream, but I think we're having some tech issues, so I don't think we're going to be able to bring you for the pack. Appreciate the offer, but hey, feel free to rip it and let us know what you get, and hopefully you get some great stuff in there.
Yeah, we haven't heard from I don't know the exact Twitter
Ham
name,
and Eggs.
We haven't heard from Ham and Eggs. I don't know how many.
I think we should pick another winner then. I think we should pick another winner.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Hey guys, I got to drop. Good chatting with you. Let's all enjoy a long night of NBA.
Yeah, go Booker, right?
That's right. Yeah, my boy Devin. So sad.
Just trying to pump that cosmic, even though he's not playing.
Right. That's
smart. That's how Sharpbach is.
All right, guys. Take care.
See ya. All righty. Yeah, we will re-roll for that first one, but first I will open up my pack that we do have a winner for.
Sounds good.
All righty. Here we go. Seeing stars. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's see that Luka.
Yeah, what do you want here, Tej? What are you looking for?
Ooh, good question. Do we know who the most valuable seeing stars are?
Luka.
I think it's Luka.
Luka?
Luka, Steph. I think Luka and Steph are top 2.
Luka sounds great. Neil, where should I start?
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Let's do it. All right. Zach LaVine. All right. Our boy.
Next to the star.
Right to the
Seeing star I got as well.
Little jumper. All right, LaVine. Door number 3.
Nice cereal.
Cole Anthony.
I like it.
Nice.
That seems not bad, right?
No, that's not bad at all.
Is that a game winner too? That one, I think.
Let's see. What's Cole going for?
Going for 21, but obviously you can pretty much even double that price and just say what the actual sales are. Looks to be have around like 25, 30 to be legit.
That's not a bad one.
And a good cereal.
And the last one. Another decent cereal.
Oh, that's a first moment.
That's a good one.
Those are both really good.
That's a good one.
Nice bowl.
That's a good one. All
That's
right.
a $70 base, and more realistically, yeah, it looks to be about 70 plus. Strong pack.
Good deal. All right, Jay Skirt, you are going to have a Cole Anthony coming your way.
I like it.
I don't know when I don't think the functionality to gift is available right now, but we'll definitely be in touch, and that Cole Anthony will be coming your way in the near future. That was a pretty good pack.
Yeah,
could have done better with the Seeing Star, but two good comments.
Jay Skirt's in the DM, so as soon as we get the functionality for gifting all back, we'll make sure we get that over to you.
But you get a first moment badge with Blake, and I think that's why you want to hold on to it, just because you don't have any of him in your collection. And then Cole, you're going to get the rookie badge, not his first moment, but still the rookie. Yep. And so overall, yeah, great pack.
Yeah, that is my first Blake, so I do want to hold on to that one personally. So cool, Jay Skirt. We'll be coming to you soon. All right, let's redraw for Justin's giveaway. What do we say? Shall we?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh, hold on. I wasn't sharing my whole screen. I was just sharing the window. All right, here we go. So this person is going to win their choice between, what was it, Fred VanVleet and
Kyle Anderson.
And the winner is Canada Singo.
Canada
Singo. Oh, Canada.
All right.
Please let us know if you are available. Send us a DM. You have won the giveaway. If you're present in the chat. Steve, we already mentioned, my man, that we cannot have you on the stream due to technical difficulties. So if you'd like to open your pack, please go ahead and do so. Let us know what you got. We can announce what you got, but we will not be able to. All right?
All right, we'll see. Giuseppe Canella, Canada Singo, assuming that is really you, send us the DM and we will get you. So let me know. So Own the Moment NFT, the main Twitter account that you retweeted. Send us whether you'd rather have the Fred VanVleet 7817 or the Kyle Anderson 11803. Your choice, and congratulations.
All righty. I mean, I'm as curious as anyone what Producer Coop has up his sleeve here. And we're an hour and a half in. I think that, we're going to be shutting things down soon. And I think that the perfect grand finale to this Pack Sweat episode is Producer Coop. I'm going to turn it over to you. And let
you guys
people know what you have in mind.
You guys think I'm safe to get out of line at 53K with 18K packs left? Maybe holding out 0.01% of hope here. All right, let me jump out of line and then I will share my screen. It's going to be a little bit of an interesting giveaway here. It might flop completely, which is certainly possible. And if it does, then I'll keep my moment. So we'll see what happens.
So Coop, I will say, for people to be eligible for Coop's giveaway, you have to be subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm throwing that out there right now.
Yeah,
we've got
I like
277 out there.
I like it. And you got to hit the thumbs up on the video, even though I don't think we can tell that. But you got to hit the thumbs up on the video to be eligible too. We're just going to know. Coop's going to be able to soul read you and be like, you know what? This person did or didn't like it. He knows. He's good like that.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button, guys. We're producing tons and tons more content here. Neil is all over the Discord with the challenge information. We're going to continue to have him on the stream talking about challenges, which I think are the newest, the shiniest toy that Top Shot has to offer these days. So it's going to be fun. So let me share my screen and I'll talk a little bit about what I think I'm going to do here. This giveaway is certainly going to be tilted potentially towards some of our OG followers, some people that have really been with us since the beginning, but not to say that somebody new can't win this either. So it's inclusive. So let me share my screen and we'll start by showcasing the moments that I had.
I'm with Brian.
We'll showcase the moments that I had. So I did get a Seeing Stars pack. ultimately, I was planning to hold the Seeing Stars pack for this stream to open, but I have a few really good friends that were going for the LeBron side of the challenge. And so, when they were trying to buy moments, they ultimately didn't want to buy one that I potentially had that could contribute to it. So I ended up ripping it. They already had a Dame Lillard. So I ripped a Dame Lillard. But today, what I thought would be pretty cool is we had some news break on Twitter. And as you guys can see, I have out of 35,000, or I actually had a 3475, Zion Williamson. So I am going to give away this 34,750 Zion Williamson. This is where things are going to get interesting. So if you're in the chat, it's going to be a little bit of a rush. It's going to be a little hectic, but we'll see what happens. So the first person to respond to the tweet that they needed to retweet to win, if you respond with the cosmic that the OTM boys bought by changing their username and gifting a moment, respond with the player's cosmic moment that we received by changing our username and gifting this moment to the person that had the cosmic. So I'm going to pull up that Twitter tweet right now, and we're going to see, hopefully the responses roll in.
Got to be in the tweet, not in the chat. To the tweet.
Yeah, it's got to be in the tweet.
And so it's the tweet that people were retweeting for the contest, right?
Correct. So I am pulling it up here on the profile.
I think we might have a winner.
The first person in the responses. Do we have a winner, Teach?
It looked like it, but how can you tell for sure?
I think I see.
What's the first one?
I think it's Big FF Fan.
Sorry, I'm trying to share my screen and do this at the same time.
I thought it was CPowers_cards.
Okay,
that was the first notification that I got personally.
It could be. It takes time to reload too, because we can see like whose was the furthest off.
Like I said, this could flop, but let's see. So the original tweet, I'm bringing it up. It's down here. I think we should see the responses right from the bottom.
Oh, you're right, TJ. I have C Powers at the oldest as of now.
Yep, I think C Powers is the winner.
I'm scrolling through.
They were very quick with it. Very, very quick.
Oh, hang on.
I mean, a lot of people were very quick with it. We've got a lot of bookers in our.
Wow,
we only that answer before without knowing, Coop, because
I know that's why in the private chat I said Justin was giving the teaser to my thing.
I didn't even know.
All right, C Powers. It looks like C Powers is the winner. In fact.
All right, C Powers. Congrats. That's
so C Powers
Zion.
I love that.
That's very solid. Coop.
Did anyone guess Jokic? That's what I would assume. We would have had a couple of the incorrect guesses after we even mentioned it. Oh, there's one. Nikola joking. Or Lekowski. There's a couple.
Yeah, and so if you were in the replies there, shout out to you guys. I think just following us from some of the early videos that we've been producing. I know not everyone has a chance to just have their name luckily pulled from the wheel or from the tweet. So I wanted to do something that leaned towards people that have been with us from a while. So C Powers, congrats. DM us your username and like we said, as soon as we can gift moments, you'll have the Zion on the way.
Love that. Very generous, Coop. Welcome to it. Unfortunately, none of that got us enough Pat Karma to get in the top 30, even 40K. Better luck to us next time.
Yeah. Hey, this was a fun time though. Thanks to everyone that joined us for today. Hopefully y'all had a good time regardless of whether or not you were able to secure one of the Rising Stars packs. Hopefully we will get an up and running marketplace later tonight so that we can, surf the marketplace as we watch the 3-point contest, skills challenge, all-star game, dunk contest, all of that fun stuff. Awesome night of NBA ahead of us. And like Coop was saying, thank you so much to everyone and for all the support. We hit 10,000 Twitter followers overnight, which was a big milestone for us. I know it's an arbitrary milestone, but still definitely means a lot, and we appreciate all the support, all the kind words in the DMs, the kind words in the Discord, the participation in the Discord. I'm going to go ahead and for anyone that has not seen it yet, I'm going to put the Discord link into the chat once more, where you can go ahead and sign up there. You should receive I'm going to send out an invite right after this show. So if you sign up for that, let's say in about 20 minutes at the top of the hour, I'll send out another invite so that anyone that was on the show with us today can get access to that Discord immediately. We're looking to continue to build the OTM family that we have in there. Follow us on Twitter, subscribe to YouTube, all of that good stuff. If you enjoyed the show today, hit the thumbs up button. Looks like a lot of people did, so we do appreciate that. And yeah, plenty more to come. I think it's going to be an interesting next couple of weeks. Obviously, this is a wild last 3 days in terms of all the different pack drops and everything coming out. We have 2 shows coming up this week, right, Justin? Are we good to share out tomorrow's guest? Is that fully locked in?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, let's go with it. I think we can tease that.
Sure. Yeah. So tomorrow night we will be joined by Jeremy Levine. Levine or Levine?
Levine,
correct? Jeremy Levine. So for those of you that do not know Jeremy, he's a big time member of the daily fantasy sports community. He was the founder of Draft. He is the founder of Underdog. He's also starting a tequila company. He's involved with this new business that Jonathan Bales said that tweeted out that he's starting, along with Peter Jennings and Jeremy. So Jeremy is all over the streets and just a super sharp guy, super strong when it comes to business, and also has some pretty high value moments in his Top Shot portfolio.
And probably past year and a half, 2 years, he got pretty deep into the sports card, physical card market, including investing from a company wise, including investing from an actual, cardboard cards wise. I think his number is probably coming close to 7 figures, the amount he has invested in kind of the sports collectible market. And then when Top Shot and everything picked up, he, jumped in with the Jonathan Bales, Peter Jennings, and so forth group to make some of those high value purchases, the LeBron, the Job, and so forth. So he is he's a high level guy who's been, leading a more directional, visionary, sold multiple companies in the daily fantasy sports site. It is going to be fantastic to have him aboard, and it's going to be a good week.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So we'll have Jeremy tomorrow night. I believe we're going to be live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be coming out with more of the details there. And then Justin and I will be going live on Wednesday night for our weekly strategy segment, where we'll be diving into the concept of supply and demand. So for those of us economic nerds out there, which it seems like there's a lot of people have been enjoying our strategy deep dives, and I have too. So we're going to be talking about all the supply that was pumped into the Top Shot ecosystem, and what we think that means both short term and long term for the Top Shot market. All righty, Coop, any final words from you?
Yeah, just good luck to everyone going forward. I think hopefully we're going to potentially get an open marketplace here at some point this evening. It could be a pretty fun time to be in the market, whether it's the Seeing Stars Challenge, whether it's the Rising Stars Challenge, or whether it's like looking for deals elsewhere. I think it'll be a pretty good marketplace as we watch the All-Star game. So shout out to everyone that has been with us and that continues to support us. We appreciate it, and looking forward to hearing what the end of this All-Star game looks like.
Yeah, and then we'll have episode 4 of Producer Coop After Dark coming out soon as well. There's been a lot going on. We're typically trying to do that, release that on Sunday nights, but just with this pack drop today and the All-Star game and all that, we felt that was a little bit too much. But we'll have one. Coop's going to have Bach on, recapping everything from All-Star weekend. So stay tuned for that. Neil, any final words from your end? Thanks for joining us today.
Just happy shopping tonight.
Happy shopping. I think that is the perfect sentiment to close out the show on. So on behalf of Justin, on behalf of Neil, on behalf of Producer Coop in front of the camera today, I am TJ Lasig, and thank you guys for spending this Pack Sweat live with us today, and we will see you guys next time.